In light of the global decline in oil prices, some professionals from the energy industry are discussing ways in which they can collaborate to further help the sector during this time. The CEO of the Energy Chamber says this meeting is an attempt to come up with innovative ideas during this challenging time, thus creating more efficiency among companies. Sherilyn Lewis has the details.
Greater efficiency is needed by energy companies to weather the uncertain climate the sector is experiencing, so says CEO of the Energy Chamber. Mr. Driver was speaking at a breakfast meeting entitled Industry Sharing and Collaboration, Driving Down Costs with Innovative Solutions at the UTT campus in Chaguanas.
There's a huge opportunity for this, and I think that Trinidad is a good location for us to be working on these things, because we do have a number of operators here. There are people who there's a very mature industry in Trinidad, and we need to do things differently. We know that, so I think that there's a good opportunity here, and if we can drive efficiency in the operations and cut the costs, that's what allows our investment to come back into our sector.
Also speaking at a meeting was MAARTEN SPILJARD of PETERSON Integrated Logistics TNT, who said there are many benefits to collaborating with companies in light of global oil pressures.
Increase the utilization of your resources, the cost per user go down, but especially within logistics there's also an increased flexibility, and we find that's often undermined. If you look, for example, at vessel sharing, what we do, if you have a fleet of shared vessels which is used by different operators, the perception is often that there is less flexibility because you have to share those vessels. But actually the opposite is true, because if you have an independent contractor, an independent operator who has 2 vessels, you just have a couple of voyages per week.
The Chamber CEO said, "We have to learn to adapt to the present change in the sector."
We have to be able to respond to a changed environment, you see, if you want to compare Trinidad to other locations have managed to drop their costs more quickly. There might be reasons why that can happen at different locations. I mean, so why can Texas drop its costs really fast? And I'm not advocating this as something which should happen in the country, but Texas can fire people at will. So companies slash their workforce. We can't do that in Trinidad, and probably.
Later this month, the Chamber intends to host a seminar and trade show to further discuss this issue. Sherilyn Lewis, CNews.